Hello my friend, Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi. Today I will be sharing a recipe that is truly comforting and satisfying. Though it brings in that warmth on a cold day, I make this at any time of the year if anyone in my family has got a cold or needs something that is easily digestible. Let me start with the chicken. I have used chicken thighs. You can also use drumsticks or a combination of drumsticks and thighs, or you can use a whole chicken cut up into different parts. But please use chicken with bones for this particular recipe. I prefer using with skin. Though I will be discarding the skin later, I feel it helps in locking all those flavors. Pat the chicken dry with a paper towel and season them with some salt and pepper. I like to brown the chicken a little bit. Heat a tablespoon of oil on medium heat. Once hot, add the chicken one by one with the skin side down. I would highly recommend browning the chicken because it increases the flavor and makes it taste better. It also makes it juicy, so please do not skip this step. The skin locks in all those juices and the fat rendered out from the skin into that oil makes the dish even more delicious. Fry them for a few minutes on one side until they turn golden brown. Then turn them and let them get browned on the other side as well. In the meantime, let me show you the veggies I will be using. I've taken celery, potatoes, cauliflower, chayote, turnip, zucchini, carrots, hot peppers. You can use any vegetables of your choice or whatever is in season. You can also use large chunky pieces of cabbage. Use whatever you like. Now let me tell you, for this video, I won't give you the exact proportions of veggies that I used because there is no fixed proportion for this. You can use as many or as less you want. The chicken has got a beautiful brown color, but it is not fully cooked yet. So time to go out of the pot. Next add chopped onions and celery. And then butter. I used a tablespoon of butter. You can leave out butter and use only oil. But you know, butter makes anything taste better. Stir for about 2 minutes on medium heat. You do not need to brown the onions at all. Then a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste goes in. Fry for a minute to get rid of the raw smell of ginger and garlic. Now the vegetables that go in first are the ones that take longer time to cook. That is Mr. Potato, carrots, turnip and chayote. After giving a stir, add 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Again stir for a minute. Now before adding the chicken, discard the skin because the skin makes the broth too greasy and you don't want that. It has already done its job of locking in all those flavors. So now you can discard them. Nestle in the chicken on the veggies and then add about 1 liter of chicken broth. I added a teaspoon of salt. I am using homemade chicken broth, so it has no salt in it. But if you use store-bought chicken broth, add less salt or as per taste. And whenever I make chicken broth, I add just a pinch of turmeric powder to it. So that's why the broth seems a little bit yellow in color. Next I added a tablespoon of dried mixed herbs that comprises of thyme, oregano, parsley, rosemary and marjoram. Now my friend, you can use any dried herbs of your choice. Then I love using a dried bay leaf and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. Next cover on and simmer for 15 minutes. In between I skimmed off that froth from the surface. Now I like using hot peppers. I don't think I will be using this serrano pepper because these hot peppers are mildly hot and I don't want this dish to be overly hot. After 15 minutes, I added the cauliflower and half of the hot peppers. Again cover on low heat for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I added the zucchini and yellow squash, then 1/3 cup of frozen corn and a few frozen green beans. All the veggies that I added now takes very less time to cook. That's why I added to the end. Now when I am editing this video, it seems like I have used every vegetable possible for this recipe. But believe me, my friend, that makes it even more better for whoever will be eating this. It is so nutritious and good for your stomach. Again, cover on for 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, discard the bay leaf. Give a taste test at this point and adjust the seasonings. I added the rest of the hot peppers, greens or green onions, and a tablespoon of lemon juice to bring in that freshness. Today I'm not shredding the chicken, but you can take out the chicken at this point, shred them, discard the bones, and again add it to the broth. This broth is so light and it will be so good for your stomach, and I am sure you will like it. You know, it is that kind of a dish that is so warm and comforting, and you will feel good after having it, I promise. Please give this a try and send me your feedback, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.